Hello there, precious person, and welcome to Magical Mondays. I'm Avril Q, and this is my channel, Avril Q's. And today we're talking about how you can take action to consciously create 2023. Now, why is this important? Because we're all conscious creators. We just need to know how to consciously create. Now, if you're new to my channel, please click the subscribe button and turn on notifications. Also, please share this channel with at least 3 people so that people who can get information from this channel will be benefited. The number one reason that people don't take action is because there is too much knowledge. So they get paralysis by analysis of this knowledge, or they feel overwhelmed by knowledge. Now, knowledge is not power. Knowledge is potential power. Acting on that knowledge is true power. But people get stuck because they have too much information and they don't know how to do it in the right sequence. They can't see themselves getting where they want to go. And the second thing is, on the other hand, people think, oh, I have all the information now, so I can probably start anytime, and they never start. Number 2 is take action quickly. It feeds in from number 1, right? Because when anything is fresh in your mind, you're motivated. The idea is clear. Your emotions are high. You feel pumped up. So set up a decision when your emotions are high and the idea is clear. Knowledge can only serve you to take action when you take action quickly. Because what happens is, if you think too much about it and you put off the action and you procrastinate, you never end up taking the action because your emotions are never the same as when the idea is clear, the knowledge is fresh, so you don't take action. Number 3 is to keep a journal. Track all your micro actions. A journal can be a gratitude journal, a daily to-do journal, and a tracking journal. What I'm talking about is a tracking journal. Track what did I do, what did I not do, and have short-term 1-week goals. 1 month goals, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 3 years, 5 year goals. Okay, that's the way I do it and the way I show people in my course Conscious Creation how to do it. Number 4, every new discipline affects all the others. One will inspire the other to take action. So set your intention every morning, you will take action. When you take that action, you're going to feel better about yourself. Then that will make you take another action, and that will feed into another action, and that will give you another idea, and that will give you an intuition to meet somebody who can take you further in your career. Can you see? Once you set up your intention and you take that first micro action, then everything is like a domino effect, and one starts feeding into the other, into the other, into the other for you to take action. Number 5 is have an accountability partner. What do I mean by that? An accountability partner is somebody who has similar goals to you, who has similar outlook on life, who's a conscious creator like you, and both of you can track each other's progress because you'll both want to go higher, higher, and higher. Forward, forward, forward. So both of you can be accountable to each other so that you can help each other. Number 6. Don't let neglect come in. You know, sometimes you start neglecting things and then what happens is you don't function as well. You start neglecting small actions, and what happens then? Those small actions that you neglect start feeding into bigger actions, and soon you find that you're completely derailed. Because just like one action feeds into the other positively, one inaction or one neglect feeds into another action or idea or inspiration incrementally. So Bob Proctor used to always say that action is the most important thing in life. Tony Robbins keeps saying it, only an action can change your life. And I mentored with Bob for 1 year and with Tony for 1 year on different programs, Date with Destiny, and then with Bob on Paradigm Shift. And every day we were made to take small micro actions. Even if it was just 1 minute extra of visualization, or just 1 minute of writing down how you want your day to unfold. So this is what I teach in Conscious Creation. So I'm inviting you to join me for my webinar in the next 2 to 3 weeks. The link will be in the bio next week, around the 29th of Jan 2023. I'm going to be talking and teaching and leading you through mini experiences of how to prime yourself to create the life you desire. We're going to be talking about things, the three things that affect everybody. Number one is, what do you want? What does your career look like for 2023? What does your business look like for 2023? It's not just about soft skills and about intellect. It's about how you're priming yourself energetically and subconsciously, which will then feed you into taking those actions through your soft skills, through your intellect, through your capabilities, through your skills. The second one is intentional communication, attentional and intentional communication. And this is a direct product of how you're wired. How do you think? How do you feel? Are you mindful? Are you distracted? Are you stressed? What is happening in your internal? In your internal state? How are you communicating with yourself? How are you talking to yourself? How are you going into conversations? How are you reading other people in those conversations, in those team meetings, in those appraisals meetings? How are you pitching yourself through your communication for a promotion, or to put yourself up in the job market with headhunters? That's very important for us to think about. And the number one thing which everybody needs is, how do we cope with challenges of everyday life? We're not just talking about depression and, suicidal thoughts. We're not talking about everyday stresses and challenges. From the time you wake up in the morning to the time you go to bed, you are being constantly challenged by things and people, internally and externally. So if you don't know how to control your internal state through micro meditations, through mindfulness, through yoga kriyas, through alpha micro meditation patterns, through rewiring yourself, through cellular release, all of which I teach in my conscious creation course. If you don't know how to set yourself up in just 7 to 10 minutes a day, Tony Robbins calls this priming, and a lot of his principles are what I inculcate, and I've added things like Buddhist meditations. I've added mindfulness practices from John Kabat-Zinn. I've added emotional intelligence protocols from Daniel Goleman. I've included lots of Buddhist perspectives about, what is karma, how it affects you, how you can get out of it, how your communication affects you and people around you, how to deal with stress in an organic manner without the use of medical aid, without the use of sleeping tablets, without you getting, men have balding issues, women have hair fall, PCOS. All this is coming from the daily stresses and challenges that we face in our lives. How are we dealing with them? Do we eat extra? Do we shove them under the carpet? Do we ignore them? Do we scroll on Instagram and, have this toxic positive, mindset? Are we being consumed by toxic positivity, saying, nahi, the stress will go, abhi to thoda sa hai, lekin jayega. It's okay, yaar. It all happens to people. I must be positive in spite of the fact that I'm feeling stressed. It's okay. I have to fight this. I have to put on No. Toxic positivity is the wrong thing. It is actually leading you down a rapid rabbit hole. A rapid rabbit hole. You're going down a rabbit hole at full speed and you don't have a way to come out because you are indulging in toxic positivity. It's for Instagram influencers. It's for people who don't know what they're talking about until you come to terms. Like how in EFT we set up what the problem is. Even though I'm stressed, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. We are acknowledging that we do have a problem. We're taking responsibility for it and we are doing something about it. That is what I mean by, how are you addressing the daily stressors, both major and minor, the challenges in your life. It could be death, it could be loss, it could be the end of a relationship, it could be jealousy, it could be envy, it could be anything. It could be obesity, it could be addiction. Addiction not to drugs, addiction just to social media, to food, addiction to people. How are you going to deal with these things? You really need to dig 7, 8, 10 levels deep, and we do this with cellular release, with pranic chakra healing, with nadi sadhana, with EFT, with subconscious reprogramming. with alpha level meditations, with theta level meditations. So I want to invite you because people don't take action in their lives because they are also stuck. They don't know. They don't know where to go. They don't know who to ask. They don't know what to do. They don't know why to do what they need to do. They don't know why they are doing what they don't need to do. I could go on. Come, join me. The webinar is free. You're going to get many free gifts. You're going to get 3 hours of jam-packed information, not just from a brain science perspective or from an energetic perspective or from a ancient wisdom perspective or from a perspective. You are going to get a fully 360-degree rounded view, including coaching techniques, because I'm a certified ICFPCC coach. I'm a therapist. I'm a Kriya Yoga teacher, Kundalini Kriyas. I'm a meditation teacher. I'm a mindfulness and mindset reset teacher. I have spent years and lakhs of rupees certifying, studying, and learning from great masters. So come, be a part of this and take your life to the next level. Because my dream is to empower 1 million people in the next 5 years. And you are that one of the 1 million. And I want to help you because this is my purpose and my mission. Take care. And I have a surprise for you. I was recently featured by my mentor on a podcast called Hero's Journey. He's an ICF MCC accredited coach. He is Ram Ramanathan. And he has interviewed me as to why I changed my line from show business into being a coach, a therapist, a mindfulness expert, a Kundalini teacher, yoga teacher, a meditation teacher, and the rest. I hope you enjoyed that episode. It's linked in the show notes below. The link for the masterclass will be out at the end of this month. And till then, stay true to being you because you matter. And I'm your sister in alignment and healing. Don't forget, click the subscribe button. Share this with other people. It helps the algorithm send this video out to more people on YouTube, and it's a free resource. I always believe when we benefit from something, we should pass it on to others. That's how we co-elevate. That's how we consciously create the life that we desire with other people, because all of us deserve the best life. Take care. Bye-bye and have a fantastic week.